Yo, what up? We back with CT's RPT, Real Prison Talk with Wes. And tonight, I'm going to get to a serious issue. One of my subscribers had hit me up, and she is going through a situation with a dude that she's locked up, that's locked up basically. And the dude he originally had 170 years. He's been in there 18 years, and he's put down so many appeals, he knocked it down to 68 years. I applaud you, brother. That's a lot of time to get back. She's been holding him down. Now, from my understanding of what I got from the question is she's been holding a man down for 18 years. 18 years is a long time. And even though he originally got that 170 knocked down to 68, 68 years is 68 years. That's still a long time, you know. And he still got a lot of fighting, a lot of pills. It's going to be a uphill battle. And my thing is this. If we were Bonnie and Clyde when I was in the streets and I went to prison over something that we were both involved in, I just didn't tell, and I went to prison and did my time, then I feel like there is some sort of loyalty. There's a huge amount of loyalty that's owed. But when we're not married and you looking at possibly never coming home, at the end of the day, I know dudes is going to chew my head off for this one, you know what I mean? But I got to keep it all the way a buck. At the end of the day, females deserve to be happy too. So, a lot of the times, like I said, if I'm in there for something that's pertaining to you and I was protecting you, whatever the situation is, that's different. But that ain't really the case. The majority of the time, we in there for our own mistakes. And to keep it all the way 100, a lot of times our mistakes are selfish decisions that we made for ourselves. And then we come to prison, and there is real ones out there that will hold it down. But I've been around my share of lifers, and 68 years is 68 years. So, like, I lived with lifers before, and it's like, to keep it all the way 100, I'm not saying that I would never tell somebody to leave their man. That's not in me. I don't do that. You're going to have to come up with that one on your own. You got to analyze what's in it for you. How happy are you with this person? And what you're prepared to do. Because, I mean, I've known a few guys that have life and are married. I knew one guy that was getting conjugal visits because he was married. He got 60 years. Everybody don't always get to be that lucky to get conjugal visits and have kids while they're doing a life bid. But again, it's, as a female, you have to be real with yourself and what you're prepared to do. So, if you know I ain't got it in me, then that's what you need. And the thing is about dudes in prison, That's when you can be totally honest with them. The consequences is what? He can't hit you. He can't, I mean, he can leave you, but who's he really hurting? So, a lot of dudes will respect that more. I know a lot of guys, even me myself, I will respect a woman more if she tell me, and I had this, and I've had a woman tell me this before. Listen, I'm going to hold you down. I'm going to be there for you. I love you just that much. That I'm going to make sure you have everything you need, because that's just the type of place that you hold in my heart. But as far as sexually and what I'm going to do with my body and the satisfaction I'm going to get from sex, that has nothing to do with me. And the real convicts, the real lifers, they don't really want nothing to, they don't want to know nothing about that anyway. Like, you keep my money on the books, you keep me emotionally intrigued, as far as intellectually intrigued, and that's good enough, you know what I mean? We only get a few 15-minute phone calls a day and a couple visits. Like, it ain't really hard. You can answer the phone for me and go on about your life, and little do you know, that phone call just made my whole night, maybe my whole week. Like, just because you answer the phone and talk nice to me, that don't mean that you can't do whatever satisfies you, because you deserve to be happy too. So when it gets to the point where your relationship becomes a job and you're just not happy in it anymore, then that's when you have some evaluating to do. Especially if we talking about somebody that's doing a long, significant amount of time. Unless he owes you, you owe him for some reason. He's in there because you owe him behind it or whatever. Like, you deserve to be happy too. So there is a way to balance both. We just all have to be upfront with each other. And I ain't gonna hold you, and that might not fly with me on the streets. But to a lot of lifers in jail, that's saying, what's the alternative? Either that, or I have you put money on my books and hold me down, or do nothing for me. A lot of dudes gonna have a coming to Jesus moment, regardless of how mad he might be of you telling him that you want to give your body to somebody else, or give your heart to somebody else, or whatever it is. He gonna understand, like, well, she is still talking about being there for me, because at the end of the day, prison is a very dark and lonely place, you know what I mean? And we tend to cling to whatever love tries to find us. So I doubt it if you tell a guy how you feel and you want to be happy, if you love him the way you say you do. I mean, you must have some love. You've been there with him for 18 years. So I doubt it if he is not going to understand, like, and I would never say leave him. Like, that's not leaving him. No, I would never say, especially somebody that was there going through the struggle, I can't fix my face to tell any female, leave that man in that predicament. But I will say, you deserve to be happy. So with that being said, this is a conversation you and him need to have. Like, we need to figure out how I can be there for you, but still be happy too, because you still have your life. And trust me, it's possible. Plenty of people do it. And it might be a tough pill for him to swallow, but he's going to have to come to that realization that there's going to be certain parts of you that he's not allowed to have. At least not at the moment while he's incarcerated. So he should enjoy the parts that he can. And with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. Show me some love. If you have any questions, I answer all questions. You can leave me a question here, or you can hit up my Instagram. You can leave me a question on my Instagram at wes.smith.129, and I promise you I will respond. There isn't a person that's walking this green earth that can say that they asked me a question, they reached out to me, and they have not got a response. So I respond to all my peoples. Thanks for the love. Keep it coming. Until next time, peace.